How to stop being a simp. Oh my god, man, this is gonna be a hard one. Fellas, you have to understand something is that the simp that you have inside of you has to die for the alpha to come out. The boy that you have always had inside of you has to die for you to become a man. Now, there's a residual cost to that, to live like an alpha, to live like a man. I'll get to that in a little bit. But you also have to understand is that you cannot kill this boy and this beta and this simp side of you in one day. Maybe in reality you can take a gun and shoot somebody in the head and they might die like that. But that inner part of you is not going to die in a day because it didn't take a day for that part to grow and become where it's at today. It took years of conditioning, years of brainwashing, years of false news and false impressions being presented in front of you. From a very early age, you were taught by your mother, respect all women, believe all women. Women are fragile. Don't hurt women. Don't hurt her. Take care of her. She deserves the world. And then you went to school. You saw that the women, the girls are being treated better than the boys. The boys are always chasing after these girls, and the girls are sitting there, either declining or accepting their applications. And then you see that if ever a guy does calls a girl out on her BS, everybody's pointing fingers at him. Oh, you are such an a-hole. I cannot believe you said that to her. I cannot believe you said that to Sierra. She's such a sweetheart. Why would you call her a slut? Well, because she's acting like it. They're showing skin and they're calling it empowerment. Body acceptance movement. Because it's empowering when a woman comes out of her house wearing next to nothing. But it's you being a tool when you post a picture of your abs. You are a tool. You are an F boy. You are already seeing the unequality. They preach about equality all the time, right? And we know that they just want selective equality. We know that, right? But I'm just pointing out some other things, pointing out maybe the same things to you guys, that you guys already know. Just bear with me. Then you go to college, and you see that all these guys in the bars and the clubs are just thirsting and like staring down these women, and they're just making their approaches right and left and getting rejected, and these girls are on the dance floor sucking up all the attention, sucking up all the guys drinks, free drinks that they're getting from the guys, and they're dragging these guys along and not getting anything done with these guys. And in the back of your head you're thinking to yourself that this is normal, this is how it's supposed to be. That simp is starting to develop. It already has developed. So what do you do? Oh, before I go into what do you do, your friends are doing the same exact thing that you're seeing other guys do. Your friends are doing the exact same thing that you're seeing other guys do, fellas. They're chasing after these women right and left. They don't really have their life going on. They don't really have a purpose in their life. They're not really going in the direction they want to be, they need to be going. Your parents. You look at your parents. Man, modern families are the number one reason why kids are turning out the way they are. It all starts in a family. And they're not learning jack crap from their family. Your dad is acting like a beta simp to your mother. She's the one who wears the pants in the relationship. Your dad is just there for his wallet. He's like a walking ATM. That's all he's there for. She makes all the decisions. She makes sure where the money goes, which way the money gets distributed in the family. She makes sure where you guys go on vacations, how much money you spend here and there. Like, she's literally in charge of everything else except of bringing the money. And you're saying, oh, okay, well, that's how it's supposed to be. and your dad is not really helping you out understanding anything in real life, what he's saying, listen to your mother. What he's saying is that, hey, young gentlemen pull out chairs for other girls. Gentlemen take other girls out on dates. Like, even he is so conditioned that he doesn't even know what to tell you any better. Or maybe he does and he doesn't want to open his mouth because he knows that if he starts opening up his mouth, his relationship with your mother is going to go down the toilet. And if that happens, he cannot afford to have a divorce and pay child support or alimony. That's why he just shuts up. Maybe you do have maybe you are lucky enough to have fortunate enough to have a dad who was manly enough to step up and made sure things are going how they're supposed to go, or at least manly enough to take you in the corner when nobody else is watching or nobody else is there to tell you that, hey son, listen, this is not how things are supposed to go. I'm trapped here. That's why I'm getting along with the flow. I'm just going with the flow, but you can change your life around, son. Maybe you are one of those guys who's fortunate enough to have a father figure like that. But most guys out here aren't anymore. Most guys out here are growing up in a single mother household family anyways. So then now you start doing the same exact thing. You start sending her flowers. You start sending her good morning texts. You start complimenting her when she hasn't even done anything for you. You start taking her here on this trip, on that trip, on this dinner date, on that dinner date, on this movies, on that movies, on this ice cream date, on that ice cream date. All of this, you start breaking bread on her. All of these are simp moves, guys. Another simp move, what guys don't understand and see, is that if you just met a girl and you are doing so much just to get laid, just to get in her pants, just to think like that is a simp thought. Simps think like that. What you should be thinking to yourself is that, what has she done for me so far, and how much am I going to give based on that, based on how much she has done for me or what she has done for me. What you need to think is that I'm not spending a dime on this chick until I get laid with her first. And even then, that, like, she gotta really do her part right for me to break bread. At least, even if you do that or not, even if you actually follow through it or not, at least that's the type of mentality you need to have, because once you have that kind of mentality, now you're going to keep your investments low. I always talk about this. Keep your investments low till you get the return. When you just met a girl, why would you drive hours to go pick her up and make a reservation on a fancy dinner place and a hotel room? Why would you do all that? You can tell her to meet you halfway, or even tell her to come to your place. Or tell her that, hey, yeah, we're going to go out to have drinks in this bar, which is near my place. Sure, you can take her out, but make sure she's doing some things as well. Make sure she's driving. Make sure she's paying for at least half of the date, or at least her part. Or if you get the first round of drinks, make sure you put it on her for the second round of drinks. She needs to start investing. And guys don't even think about this for a split second. They think they have to do all the investments. They have to put all the money in. They have to do all the chasing to get the booty. That's a simp mentality. You need to break out of that. Fellas, this is a lifestyle. Red pill is a lifestyle that you need to live day in and day out. You text her back 5 minutes right after she took 5 hours to reply back to your text. So that's the simp move. Why would you do that? You don't call her out because she's 30 minutes late to your date, or you don't call her out that she did whatever that you didn't like her to do. Whatever she did didn't go along with your program and you didn't like her, but you didn't like how she did that, but you don't call her out on that. Why? Because you're too scared to lose her. That's a simp move. That's a scarcity mindset. And you need to practice this day in and day out of not sucking up to women like this. You can't suck up to anybody really in general, unless that person is paying your bills. And even then there's a limit to that. Fellas, I know it's hard. I know it's really hard to come out of that habit, but you have to practice doing it. If you are ready to live a lifestyle with the residual cost of living a red pill lifestyle. What is that cost? That cost is maybe you might have to go through 6 months or a year worth of dry season, where you don't get any, when you don't get laid with any girls, you don't get any girls. Maybe that drought might mean that you lose all your friends because everybody's calling you out an a-hole, and you're rude and this and that because you're calling people out on their crap, and you're not dealing with people's BS anymore. Maybe your own family members turn on you. They don't like you anymore. Maybe you're getting all sorts of shaming languages thrown at you. Who hurt you? Your mother is a woman too. You just hate women. You're a misogynist. All this nonsense, right? Are you willing to take that risk to face all these? Because that's what it's going to cost you if you're living this red pill lifestyle day in and day out. Because red pill is a type of information is once you understand it or once you see it, it can be unseen. It's like trying to put back toothpaste back into a toothpaste tube. It can be done. So you need to ask yourself is that how much red pill do I want to take in, and how much do I really want my life to turn around and take off? Because I promise you, if you actually accept this red pill knowledge, your life is going to take off. It's going to skyrocket. Because any man in the right state of mind, any man who doesn't have any mental defects, cannot just sit around and not do anything about it after they come across to the red pill. Because this is such an important and powerful information that we have been oblivious to our whole life. It was hidden from us our whole life. And it becomes addictive to research more and more about red pill and dig deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. It really becomes addictive. Some guys can't even handle it. They end up killing themselves. Because their whole reality was false. The whole life that they have lived so far is false. You are not supposed to chase women like this. You are not supposed to simp up to them like this. You're not supposed to cater for them. You're not supposed to make them happy. It's not your job to make them happy. If she tells you, I'm not happy, okay. I'm going to go ride my motorcycles. See ya. It's going to take time, fellas. It's going to take years. I've been in red pill for 2 years now. And even I make mistakes every here and there. And I learn from them. Obviously, I don't make as much mistakes as I used to. But I definitely learn from them. If a girl is taking so long and to reply, and you ask her to hang out, and instead of giving you a straight up answer, she tries to direct the conversation in another way. And what do? You try to bring that back conversation again in your way and ask her again. That's being a simp. That's a desperate move. If a girl, guys, understand this. When a girl sees you within the first 10 seconds, she knows if she wants to do anything with you or not. She already made up her mind. If she's seen you online on social media platforms, she already knows. She already seen your pictures. She already seen what you're about. She already knows if she wants to lay with you in bed or not. Online, it's even harder to game her because your personality is not there. It's just purely based off of looks, which is why I always tell you guys to prioritize your own life instead of women, because only then you're going to live a good lifestyle that you can capture on pictures and show off and attract more women if attracting more women online is your way. At least make sure that you have things to attract them with. If you're not going out on vacations, if you don't have a yacht, or if you don't have a six pack, or if you don't have hobbies that you can show off to her, if you don't have a mansion, if you don't have nice cars, if you don't have anything to show off, why would you even try getting laid or getting girls off of online? You're gonna get 49ers. You're gonna Coach Greg Adams talk about this. You're gonna get girls. Yeah, you will get girls online, but you will not be one. You won't be one of you won't even want to take these girls in your room past anything below 9 o'clock. If it's above 9 p.m., that's the only time you'll wanna see these girls in your bedroom. When everybody's doing their own thing, nobody's paying attention to what you're doing. You bring her through the back doors. These are the type of girls you're gonna get. You will not want to be seen out with them in public, ever. And are you saying that's winning in life? Are you calling that a win? No, it's not. Maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to bang out these type of girls while you're on your purpose because you don't have it made yet. You're getting there, but you still need to take care of your physical needs. Maybe that's the time I'll accept that, okay? Maybe that's the time that's acceptable. That's the time you mess around with these girls. But you always need to make sure you don't get sidetracked from your main prize, which is your life goals, which is your life purpose. Regardless of whatever woman comes into your life, regardless of whatever happens with your family members, whatever it is that you go through life, you always need to make sure that your eyes are always focused on the prize. And the prize is your lifestyle. The prize is bettering your life, self improvement. That's the prize. Making more money, working for your own self, opening up businesses or whatever. Or maybe you're a good, successful lawyer or a doctor or a good engineer. Your prize should be climbing up the corporate ladder if that's what you want to do. Whatever it is, make sure your prize is not on women. Your eyes are not on women as the prize. They are byproducts of the prize that you get in your life. That's all they are. Stop being a simp, fellas. Stop being a Captain Save-A-Ho. You guys are messing up the game for everybody because a woman knows that if she comes across an alpha guy, an alpha dude, he's not going to give her the validation that she's used to getting from simps. So she has two choices to make. One, either suck it up and deal with him, this alpha dude, or two, leave him because that's easier. Because she knows she has other options. She knows that there are guys out there who's going to give her what she wants. Instead of this alpha guy who only gives her, who only takes what he wants from her instead of giving her anything. So that's why she's going to discard him most likely, and she's going to go back to the simps. This is why I tell you guys to stop being a simp, is because this is ruining the game for everybody. You want to change this feminist society? You want to take back the power? We men have to work together. We cannot be broken into certain groups. We need to be unified. There needs to be unity in between us, among us. Only then we can take over the power we gave back. The power we gave to them. We can take that power back. Only then. But what do you see when a girl's getting called out by some guy, or she's getting called out on her BS? Some guy's gonna step up to rescue her. Or if she's getting called fat or ugly or a B word, because that's how she's been acting up, some guy's gonna step up to her for her rescue. These are the simps. Don't rescue women. Don't step up to them. Instead of sit back and watch and maybe laugh at her too. I'm not telling you to participate in that, but don't try to rescue her. You're not gonna get laid if you try to rescue her like that. I promise you that on that first of all. I understand that this is biologically hardwired in our brains as men to be a protector of a woman, but you need to override that. You need to fight with that day in and day out. As I said, you need to kill that simp inside of you for the alpha to come out. She hasn't done anything for you. Why would you step up to her? Step up for her. She wants equality, right? Well, she can defend her own self. She doesn't need you. Start thinking like that, fellas. Stop saving these chicks. They don't want to be saved. J. Cole said it the best. Anyways, I hope this video made sense, guys. Stop being a simp. Women have unity. Have you noticed? If you're calling out a girl on her BS, she's gonna take that, post her on her social media. She's gonna screenshot and post on her social media. You'll see so many other girls come in her rescue and try calling you out names, calling you other names, because they have unity. They'll step up for each other. But as men, we step up for them. We don't step up for each other. Because chances are, she's probably getting her ass beaten by some guy, or she's getting yelled at, or she's being called names. Chances are, she probably done something to deserve that. So to get that. So she probably deserves that. So let her have it. Back the man up. Back up the man instead. It's equality, right? Why would we treat her any different then? Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.